I want the truth and nothing but the truth.
What's up, everyone? It's your lawyer, Godot, and I hope you've all been doing well. Now, I know the title and topic of this video seems basic and already done, but I'm doing this for two reasons. First is that most videos about stands in general don't go over everything that people need to know about, and because of that, they unnecessarily leave certain topics of stands up in the air or left to the viewer's interpretation of small information bars. Secondly, I'm doing these types of videos explaining certain JoJo lore, scaling, and concepts to build the foundation for JoJo related content and versus battles that feature JoJo characters on my channel. So that in those videos I can give a quick summary of information, and for people who want to know more are redirected to my previous JoJo videos explaining that information in detail. Now, with that being said, if you end up liking this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe with notifications on. With that out of the way, let's get started. When stands were first introduced, they were described as, quote, a powerful vision created by the user's own life energy, end quote. Araki officially lays down everything about stands in part 7 of JoJo. He calls them, quote, invisible spirit energy. They can be shown as a character of their own, which appears behind their user, human or animal. When they punch an object, things can be destroyed. In other cases, they can store their energy in objects such as swords or guns. They can also take the form of mundane objects such as playing cards, boats, cars, or words. Some of these abilities have the ability to move or attack others. There are those that are small and move in large numbers. Some can become part of one's body, and those who can see these stands with their heart's eyes are called stand users. End quote. Now, stands adhere to some rules like the following. Number 1, well, I'm just gonna say 1, 2, 3, or whatever. Anyways, 1, stands move according to their user's wishes or commands. 2, stands can only be affected by other stands. 3, when stands are injured, their user is also injured in the same place. 4, when a stand user dies, their stand disappears with them. 5, consequently, when a stand is defeated, their user dies. 6, a stand's energy or power is inversely proportional to their range of operation. The closer the stand is to their user, the more powerful, precise, and fast it is. But the farther away the stand gets, the weaker, slower, and less precise its movements become. 7. Therefore, there are such things as smart or stupid ways to use one stand. 8. Stands can be inherited. 9. There can only be one stand to one user. 10. Depending on the user, a stand has the ability to evolve. Now, back to me, Godot. Something I would like to add, about rule number 2, is that some people commit a no limits fallacy, saying a non-stand user can't hurt the stand, which isn't true. If I drop a large boulder on a physically weak stand that tries to catch it, the stand will be crushed along with its user. If the universe is being erased and the stand user is in a bubble protected from that erasure, except for the stand which is outside that bubble, both the stand and the user will be erased. Finally, let's say that Superman tries to punch Jotaro, but Star Platinum blocks it. The stand is fine, but the effect of the attack will send Jotaro and Star Platinum flying and will stun them because of how powerful that punch was. Now, back to the lore. Quote, our predecessors with their wisdom created tools that have the ability to draw out these stands. Whether they were able to do this through their intelligence or through sheer chance is unknown. And like the Ripple from Phantom Blood and the Steel Balls from the Steel Ball Run, these abilities can be said to be a step towards achieving the ultimate goal of a stand. Now back to me, Godot. Some stands can break the traditional rules of stands. A great example would be Notorious B.I.G. It breaks rule number 4, as the stand still exists even when the user is dead. Also, a Requiem stand is basically a stand upgrade like whatever the user desired in the situation when stabbed with the arrow will take form. An example being Silvercherry Requiem as the stand obeys Polnar's wishes to keep the arrow away from Diablo, and Goal Experience Requiem for Giorno's desire to defeat and bring fitting justice to Diablo. Also, actual gods exist in JoJo, like Anubis and Hermes. They are stand users and stands at the same time. They're avatars that possess people. Now, the arrow origin, okay. So, in the year 1978 in Cape, New York, Greenland, there was a famous meteorite that dropped there. A team of people investigate the meteorite, but as soon as they were cut by the minerals from the meteorite, they started contracting unknown diseases that killed off most of their team. It was deemed a virus from the meteorite that lied dormant for tens of thousands of years. These infected people started having unbelievable physical changes to their bodies. Suddenly they started showing abilities like shooting electricity and other things. It's concluded that virus or arrow chooses people. The arrow is drawn to those who are capable. Now, the corpse parts origins. So, Jesus Christ was the first stand and user. I know it sounds ridiculous. And he also doesn't possess anyone in the canonical world of parts 7 and 8 of JoJo. His story pretty much the same as the Bible, except for some key differences. Like, Jesus vanishes into the light when he's revived because he wants to travel the world. And after his second official death, he technically now lives on in spirituality, his corpse parts affected the earth. There were large earthquakes caused by, he also caused a massive storm that washed away the earth. His corpse parts can give people stand abilities, and if all corpse parts are collected and worn, you'll basically have a ridiculously OP stand ability. An example would be what was it called? D4C Love Train. Now, finally, other ways for characters to acquire stands in JoJo are, simple human evolution. It's also explained in the series, and Poochie Stand Whitesnake that steals, stands from people and gives it to others. Also, final thing to note is that if you don't have fighting spirit and you have a stand, the stand's gonna kill you because you don't have the will to fight. Pretty much, it's you're basically a pussy. Basically, if you want to stand, don't be a pussy, because if you get a stand, you're gonna die because you're a pussy. Anyways, so now that's all I have for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and until next time, peace.
See my dad's tape? I know where that's shit.